guys, and welcome back to Stripped Finance. So today we're going to be talking about some of the small businesses that you can start with little to no money. I actually have quite a few, so I could probably make this into like a 2 or 3-parter. And I haven't decided yet. We'll see how this one goes, I suppose. So let's get down to business, right? The first job that you can do, like the first business that you can set up for yourself, is a blogger. Now there's several different kinds. There's a video blogger for one. I think it's called a vlog. I'm not 100% sure because I don't really do it, so. But I think it works a lot like YouTube. If you get enough of a following and all that, you can actually monetize it. And then of course, you have ad revenue as well from people wanting you to promote their stuff due to your large, ridiculous following. It's the same concept as like an Instagram influencer. That's basically all they really do. They just have a large following, so it helps. Now, I considered doing this at one point because I travel all over the country. But there is another girl who does it, and hers is called Diary of a Showgirl, I think. If y'all haven't seen it, I would recommend going and checking it out. It's pretty great. Her name is Janine Jericho. And she does some amazing shows. If you haven't seen them, and she's coming near town, near you, you need to go see it, because it's pretty great. Next, I would say childcare, right? A lot of people have day jobs, or they just want to go out for date night, right? And they can't find someone to watch their kids. It's basically glorified babysitting. It's just, as a childcare facility, you are an LLC, which stands for Limited Liability Company. And I'm pretty sure you have to get a permit with the city. I think it varies by states, but I'm not 100% sure. But anyways, it's just babysitting. That's all it is. All you have to do is just watch someone's kid. Make sure you feed them, all that good stuff. And it's little to no cash to set it up. Growing up, my mom did not have the money for a babysitting facility, right? So she would lock us in the house and she'd be like, don't answer the door for anyone but me. And I'm like, okay, I won't. And she was like, what are you going to do while I'm gone? And I'm just sitting here like, probably just read a book, Mom. I'm kind of a boring person. So, moving on. The next one is probably going to be pet services, right? Now, what I mean by pet services is picking up the pets for their appointments, taking them to the vet, taking them to the groomer. Basically like a pet Uber. Because there are some people who have pets, but it's just too hard for them to be able to get out and about. Mostly elderly people, especially now with COVID, where they're afraid to leave the house, and I don't blame them. But also, like in the winter, when it's really hard for them to get down, say, the stairs to their house. But their dog really needs that re-up on medication. So no, just setting up a small business to drive pets from one place to the other is not that hard. You can post like you can post on Facebook, Craigslist, you can put flyers up around town. It's little to no money, and it also is a helpful service that a lot of people would appreciate. So, moving on, next would have to be pet care, like overnight pet care. And basically what I mean by that is like setting up your own kennel. If you don't know what a kennel is, it's basically just a place where people will dog sit, right? They'll watch your dogs or your cats while you go out on vacation. It's a long-term thing. So there's one time I was going on a cruise, and I'd been saving for this cruise for months, but I didn't have anyone to watch my dog. The nearest kennel to me is like 45 minutes away. I had to load my American Bully into my car, and she's very hyperactive with car rides. And I had to drive her 45 minutes to set her up at a kennel so I could be gone about 3 days. And the lady was super nice, and the kennel was nice too. They showed me all their facilities and what kind of dog food they use. And what I find really funny is they actually had packages, right, where you could choose what quality dog food. Because they have like the generic brand, and then they have like Iams, and then they had Blue Wilderness, okay? And for the amount of muscle mass that my dog had, because she was trained as a guard dog, I ended up going with the super expensive package and just getting her, the good water and the Blue Wilderness puppy chow, because it has all that nice fat content in it and it's got a lot of protein. But she also had this treadmill for doggos, right? And it was really funny because I didn't know what it was, but Xena did. So she hops up on this thing and starts barking at the lady, and the lady puts like the little vest on her, and she ran and ran and ran. I actually thought about getting one for the house because she seemed to really enjoy it. And ever since then, I use that lady whenever I go out of town because she's super nice. She treats my dogs well. And they have a great time there. Because normally, I'm always kind of iffy about leaving my dogs anywhere, because I'm afraid they're going to be, mistreated or something like that. And it scares me, and I don't want that. But anyways, dog kennel. It's good. And it's also cheap. All you need to do is buy a couple of crates and make sure that you can show people that your establishment is an acceptable place for their dogs. Because some people aren't going to care. And then some people are going to be like me, and they're going to care a lot. Because they want their dogs to be well cared for. Next, I would probably say pet training, right? Some people just do not have the patience to train their pet, whether it be potty training, obedience training. They don't have the patience for it. I know that when I first got Xena, she was very hyperactive and she was very uppity all the time. No matter what I tried, it would not work. She would not listen. I ended up taking her to a pet trainer that was in a town close to me. And we talked about it, and she told me, she's like, look, you are her owner, so you need to figure this shit out. And I'm like, okay, well, let's see what we can do. Anyways, pet training was super simple, and she told me she didn't have to have a college degree or anything like that. It was just tips and tricks that she had learned from raising dogs all of her life. And I ended up paying her, it's been a long time. I think I ended up paying her like $200. So I think it was like $50 for every hour session, I think. So not bad. But anyways, dog training, right? Everyone needs dog training. If you have a dog, you need dog training. Even if it's just something as simple as don't pee on the carpet. Well, that's it for this one, guys. I'll see you next time. So bye!